Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rags to Riches. This is episode 40. And we have sure come a long way in 40 episodes from the start where we were homeless and basically sleeping under a tractor. But yeah, we have quite a bit of land now, quite a bit of productions going. We're doing pretty well. But we're definitely not done yet. Still a lot of stuff that I want to do. And I think the main goal for this episode is going to be to set up the dairy and get that mozzarella production going. But we definitely need a little bit more money to do that still. So I'm just on the way down to sell our wood chips here. We don't have the best price right now, but it is dropping. So we have the best price that we're going to have for the better part of a year until it gets up back to the peak there. So figured we might as well sell what we have right now, and then we'll probably hang on to it for the next few months. So we'll just get these dumped, get a little bit more money in the bank. And then I think we're just going to advance into April here. Everything else is kind of good to go, at least for one more month. I think next month we'll have to kind of feed the chickens and do some other stuff with our animals and maybe get some more wood into the sawmill. But yeah, for now, I think we are good to advance to another month here. And I would definitely like to get out of this rain, although we do have more rain in the forecast for next month, but I don't think it's supposed to be quite as bad as this month has been. So I think we can just park that tractor there for now. And yeah, we're just going to go rest until next month. Okay, welcome to April, everybody. I just want to check on these vehicle sales. Oh, we did get this like dedicated baler unit come up. 11.6 hours, 45% off. That's not too bad. I've never actually used this thing before. It looks kind of cool. It'd be kind of neat to have a dedicated baler, but I'm not too sure because this is still a round baler. I think if I upgrade my baler, I would probably move to square bales at this point. Just because I think they'd be a little bit easier to deal with for feeding animals and stuff. And I think just for harvesting too, just the fact that you don't have to be stopping and starting constantly. You can kind of just go along and it just continuously spits them out. So yeah, I think we'll pass on that one. But yeah, I might end up upgrading to a square baler eventually. The other nice thing, there is one square baler where you can actually use silage additive as well. So you get a little bit extra yield. So if I do upgrade the baler, it's probably going to be to that one. So I think I'm just going to give the chickens a little bit more food here as well. They're getting a little bit low, probably still enough in there to last one more month, but don't want to risk them running out because those eggs are pretty good money for us. So we'll just get some barley in there. It's going to be more than enough. Okay, chickens are topped up. We'll get that cover on so our grain's not getting wet there. And I just want to run over and check on the sawmill here. 12,000 wood in here left. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do a little bit more wood this month because we use about 15,000 per month. So I'll probably do a deadwood contract just to get that topped up. And then next month we'll probably do a little bit more work on our own land there, clearing out some of that forest. I'll probably kind of alternate months, I think. Do one deadwood and one month working on our own land until we get all those trees cleared out of there. So just looking at our all of our product stock here, I think we'll definitely have enough stuff that we can sell and be able to afford that dairy this month. So we'll have to do another product sale here soon. But it is also soybean planting month. So I think the first thing I'm going to do today is get our soybean field planted up here. So let's run over here and grab our seeder. Okay, get hooked up to our seeder here, but it is currently completely empty. Oh, what did I catch on there? Must have hit that pole or something. So we do have lots of seed over here, so we'll go get that topped up, and then we'll have to run down to the store quickly and get some fertilizer in here as well. Oh, look at that. It worked without having to jump in and out of the tractor there. I wonder if they fixed something. That's interesting. It's been a long time since I haven't had to do that. But I try it every time just to see. But yeah, that's the first time since like the 1.5 update that I haven't had to get out and get back in to be able to fill seeds. And I think I might actually still have a pallet of fertilizer down here, but we might need more than one to actually fill this thing up. Well, that gave us 1,000 liters. I'm going to see that's probably good enough to do this field. Okay, so we will get our planter hooked up and unfolded here. And then I'm just going to set up our steering assist lines. I think we can probably get away with one headland there. We'll turn that on for now, but we'll turn those back off once we get going here. And we will just get to planting here. We still haven't even sold our soybeans from the last harvest of this field. But I think in a couple months we'll get peak price for those. And yeah, it's about a little over 100 grand worth of soybeans out of this field if we sell them at peak price. So I definitely want to keep this one going. And yeah, I would like to expand into some of these other fields around us too and make a great big soybean field. So after the dairy is set up and we get that mozzarella production going, that is going to be kind of the next main goal, is to try and buy up a lot more land and get our crop production really ramped up. But I'll just get this field planted up here and I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, well, we got all our soybeans planted there. We still need to weed that field, but that can wait for a little bit. But we'll definitely do that this month still. But a lot of our prices on our products are currently dropping, so I think I'm going to load everything up and do another sale here. So we're probably going to sell everything except for our eggs, because the egg price is pretty bad, but everything else is not too bad. And we have quite a bit of wood there, quite a bit of lettuce, and starting to get a little bit of goat milk. So yeah, we should actually make some decent cash here, and then we should pretty much have enough to buy the dairy. So we'll just get our forks on here and start loading things up. I definitely spoke too soon about that refill bug being fixed, because I did have to refill that seeder. Because I didn't quite have enough soybeans to finish that entire field there. I did have to go refill it at one point, and yeah, it wasn't working, so I still had to kind of jump out and jump back in at the tractor to get it to activate again that time. So I don't know why it suddenly worked for me that first time, but yeah, apparently that's still an issue. And I think I said in the last episode that our grass was going to be ready to harvest this month, but Yeah, I definitely was wrong about that because it's starting to grow again this month, but it's not actually going to be ready to harvest until next month, at least on our main field. But there is some of this grass just around the acreage here, kind of around our chicken pen and our cow pens there. So I was thinking about maybe just quickly mowing that and baling it up just to give us a little bit of extra grass. But I'm not sure if that's going to be worth it or not. Because if we harvest our grass next month, and then it's going to take a month to get the silage ready. So yeah, we won't actually have silage to be able to make TMR for a couple more months still. And that's really only going to be for the water buffalo, but I would still like to have some grass or something to be able to feed our other cattle as well. Although they do still have meadow right now as well, so I guess it's not really that urgent. But I will just get all of this stuff loaded up here, and then we'll go sell it, and then yeah, we'll probably come back here and we will probably buy the dairy, but I'm going to have to think about that for a minute still, because I still haven't quite decided where I want to put it.
Something good. I think we're onto something good. Don't let it get away. This could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. There's just something about the way you're looking at me now. It's like we found a way to fly and we're not coming down. I love this feeling, I know you feel it. I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. Don't let it get away, this could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. 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 Don't let it get away. This could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good.
Okay, we're all loaded up and on the way. Got a few stops to make again. Supermarket for the lettuce, and carpentry place for the long planks, and then the dairy for the goat milk, and then everything else is going to the farmer's market. Man, that sawmill sure produces a lot of wood. I mean, we just did a sale last month, or maybe it was the month before, but yeah, we got a lot of wood products out again already. So yeah, we'll just get that lettuce sold there, make a quick stop at the carpentry place up here for the planks, and then head back down south. That was $43,000 worth of lettuce though, so that's pretty good. Definitely helps having two greenhouses there. We make pretty good income off of that as well. At some point I would like to set up like a production chain or something. I know a few people have mentioned kimchi with the food processing plant, so yeah, I probably will set that up at some point. But yeah, for now I'm going to focus on the dairy and kind of expanding our cropland. But yeah, we'll get some more production chains set up in the future for sure. Okay, that should be close enough for there. All right. 35 grand worth of planks, and we still got quite a bit of product on here, so. And I think that dairy is 210,000, so we basically have enough to buy it right now. So by the time we get all this sold, we'll have plenty of money to buy it with some left over. Okay, another $90,000 worth of wood. Wow. Plus that other bit of goat milk there. So we were up to $337,000. Doing pretty good. But unfortunately it is raining again. And it looks like even our upcoming forecast says it's supposed to rain some more. So I'm just going to head back to the yard here and get this thing parked. And I'm going to see how much longer this rain is supposed to last. I might try to just fast forward through it because it is kind of annoying. Oh man, it's supposed to basically rain for the rest of the day. Right until 4. So that kind of sucks. But there's not much we can do about it, I guess. So we'll just have to keep working through the rain. There's not too much we have to do this month, really, though. We do have to get our sawmill stock back up. At least get enough in there to last one more month, and then we still have to weed our soybean field here. So let's check. Our sawmill has 10,000 liters in it still. And yeah, like I said, I think we use about 15,000 per month. So maybe I was going to do deadwood, but maybe I'll just grab the Vultra and the winch, and we'll maybe drag like 2 more oak trees down here from our other lot. And that should basically be enough to take care of our sawmill needs for 1 more month. Just because that deadwood contract that's available right now is that one kind of way up in the northwest. And it's kind of on that really hilly land. So it's kind of the most annoying one to do. So maybe we'll just skip that one for now, and we'll hopefully get an easier one come up next month. So yeah, I think now just to try and avoid working in the rain a little bit, we'll just drag a couple trees down to the sawmill quickly. We'll just chop down a couple of these big oaks and winch them over there. Shouldn't take very long at all. And then we'll go get that field weeded, and then we can probably just move to next month. Yeah, because I don't really want to be working in the rain. It's kind of annoying. And I definitely want to get our kind of grass production going again. So we can make some silage and some hay to get those cows going, or to get our water buffalo milking. So how much is this one? That one's 5,200 liters. Okay, so maybe we'll do that one. And what's this one? That one's only 1,400. So I think we'll do this one as well. And that should give us enough to last until next month for sure. All right, I'll just get those winched up and back to our sawmill. Oh my God. My game just completely crashed. I've never had that happen before. This game has been so stable for me. I mean, I literally haven't had a crash in this game since like before the first update. But trying to unload those 2 branches into that sawmill just crashed out my entire game. Wow. Well, damn it. I can't remember the last time I saved that one. I hope we saved it after we sold all those products. I'm sure I saved it after I got it all loaded up, but... Oh, yeah. See, we only have $132,000, so... yeah. Well, god darn it. That really sucks. Okay, well, I guess I will just go sell all of this stuff again. It is all still loaded up, right? Yeah, I think we got everything on there. Okay, well, I'll go sell all this stuff again and then save it, and then kind of do the same thing. I'll go grab a couple of those trees and drag them down here, and hopefully it doesn't crash again. So yeah, I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, well, I got all that stuff sold again and came back down to the sawmill here. I decided to try just 1 tree at a time. Hopefully that helps, but yeah, I'm going to save it ahead of time here just to make it a little bit easier, and we'll try that one more time. Okay, that one seemed to work no problem. So I think we technically have enough wood in here now that we could make it till tomorrow morning, but I'm just going to go grab 1 more log just in case, because we don't want to run out. Yeah, that was a really weird crash. Yeah, for all the logs I've been dragging into sawmills in this game, I've never had that happen. And like even in the last episode, I was dragging 3 at a time in and had no issues. So I don't quite know what happened there. But I definitely haven't really experienced many crashes at all. Like I said, I've only maybe happened to me like 3 times total. And that was all like right after release, like before I think the 1.3 update or whatever that first update was. And that wasn't even in the game. The only time that it crashed for me at all was I had a couple times where it was like if I was switching between save games, sometimes when it was loading up, it would sometimes crash. But again, that only happened like maybe 3 times, maybe 4 at the most. And then, yeah, I haven't had it happen since that 1.3 update. So yeah, that's my first crash since then. There's definitely been a few other like bugs and weird glitches and stuff like that, but no like full-on crashes where the whole game just froze out. That was interesting. All right, we'll get this guy winched up too and get him back to the sawmill. All right, I'm just going to save that again quickly just in case. Hopefully that was just a one-time bug though. And okay, we got 20,000 liters in here now, so yeah, that should be lots for this month. So now I guess we will just go grab our hoe and get our field weeded there. All right, shouldn't take very long. And yeah, that's probably all we'll do this month, I guess. We don't really have a whole lot else to do. Our chicken should have food. Greenhouse has still got water. Our sawmill is topped up now, and yeah, our cattle and our goats have meadow to eat. So yeah, I think we're good to move on. Okay, I got that field all weeded. That should be pretty much good to go for this month. We will have to fertilize it again next month, but yeah, it's good for now. So the other thing I think I'm going to do before we move on here is I think I should probably just place that dairy down. We don't really have a lot of milk to put into it yet, but I figure the sooner we can get that mozza production going, the better. Even if we can't keep it fully going just yet. It might take a little bit of time still until we get enough production going to really keep it running at capacity. But yeah, I think even if it's just a little bit, we might as well get it started right away. So yeah, actually, it looks like it's hailing a little bit here. So let's throw these guys under a shed. Not that it actually matters, but makes them feel a little bit better. Get them slightly protected. Just crash into that thing a little bit. So yeah, I'm still not quite sure where I want to put that dairy, so I'm just going to think about that for a minute and place it down here somewhere. And yeah, I'll check back in once it's good to go here. Okay, I think I got that kind of placed in a good spot here. Considering the options, I decided to put it kind of over on this area. I was initially kind of thinking I could put it somewhere close to here to make it easier to transport the milk, but then I was thinking it's probably better to have the output over on this side, closer to the rest of our products. So this is the loading zone where our mozzarella is going to come out, and then we dump in this loading zone right here. So yeah, I think it's going to be easier to transport our milk from over there, and then we don't have to go very far with the skid steer. And then I went ahead as well and kind of finished filling in the rest of the grass that was around here with gravel, because I'm not really going to be using that anymore anyway. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. We'll have lots of room to drive in here still and make this corner. And then we still have some other room around here to do other products as well, or other productions, but not really planning on adding too much more in the next little bit. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. And yeah, it is still hailing like crazy, kind of annoying. And the forecast says like it's supposed to hail for the rest of the day, basically until 5 o'clock, which is kind of crazy. Usually hailstorms last like 10 minutes maybe, and then it's kind of gets petered out. But yeah, it's kind of crazy hitting this game how they just last for hours at a time. So we'll just put our hoe back there. And then we will hook up to our milk trailer, and hopefully we can get the little bit of milk that's in here and put it into our dairy. Okay, 117 liters of buffalo milk. So we'll fill that up. That's not a whole lot, but it should get us started anyway. Okay, got our first little bit of buffalo milk into the dairy. So let's get this production activated. All right, got our buffalo mozzarella in production here. Let's see, how much is it going to take? 480 cycles per month, and it uses 3 buffalo milk for each cycle. So it looks like it's going to use over 1,400 liters per month. So yeah, we're going to run out of that little bit pretty soon. It's not, oh my God, that is pretty noisy. Yeah, that'll get us started anyway. It's going to run out overnight, but that's okay. I'm pretty sick of this hail though, so I think we're done everything we need to do for this month. So yeah, I think it's time to just advance into the next month here. Okay, and it's now May. It's still raining, apparently. There's some crazy weather we got going on lately. Tornadoes and hail and a lot of rain. So I just want to run over here and check on this thing. Okay, so we have 88 liters of buffalo milk mozzarella. Man, that thing is noisy. It's louder than the damn sawmill. We're down to 8,000 liters here, so yeah, we'll try and do a deadwood contract this month. It looks like we got some sunshine in the forecast coming up later today. So I just want to see, let's take a look at our buffalo barn. So we're up to 79 liters again. Okay, it looks like everybody's up to 100% health at this point. But our productivity is still only 20%. So yeah, not great, but that's mostly because all they have to eat is meadow. But wow, did they go through a lot of meadow? I think they still had over 20,000 liters last month. So yeah, that's going down pretty fast. So they're going to run out here pretty soon. But I think we are now able to harvest our grass. It should be ready to go. Yeah, so our big grass field is ready to go. So I think we will get that harvested up here. So we'll get the mower hooked up here and get ready to mow that grass because, yeah, we're not going to be able to get those buffalo up to 100% productivity until we get the TMR going, which won't be until next month once the silage finishes fermenting. But in the meantime, we can start feeding them hay because we could get hay going this month. And at least hay will get them better productivity than just the grass or the meadow. Okay, I'm pretty sick of working in the rain here, so I think I am just going to fast forward time. Looks like it's supposed to rain until about 10 a.m., so I think I'm just going to hunker down and speed up time until this rain is past, because I've been working in the rain a lot, and I'm kind of sick of it. Okay, well, that took a little bit longer than the forecast was saying. It's almost noon, but we finally got some nice weather. So I think we are ready to go here, so I'm just going to hire a worker. And so once he's far enough ahead of me here, I'm going to come along and start tedding up some of this grass. I think I am going to do kind of half and half to start. So yeah, we'll let him cut the whole field and then we'll ted half of it and windrow that and bale that up as hay. And then the rest we can just bale and wrap for silage. So we can at least give the water buffalo a little bit of hay for this month. That should start getting that milk production picked up a little bit. And then by next month, we'll be able to get some TMR going, and then we can really get it going. So I guess while he starts cutting there, I am going to start bringing all of our grass stuff over to the field. We'll get our wrapper over there and the baler and the windrower. And then we might go fertilize our soybean field. And then hopefully by that point, he's far enough ahead where we can start tedding. And we do still have a decent amount of money here. And I don't think there's any other like equipment or buildings that I really want to buy urgently here. So I might take a look around and see if there's any other land around us that we can buy. Especially anything that's like almost ready to be harvested or something like that would be nice. So I'll try that. Or anything that could potentially be planted right away. Okay, I think we have enough fertilizer to do this field, so I'm just going to hire a worker to do that. And then I'm going to grab the John Deere here. And then I'm just going to transfer that little bit of milk that we have over here. Definitely don't have very much, but might as well get it going if we can. I want to see if I can hook up this trailer without taking the weight off. Oh, I can. Perfect. That's pretty handy. So yeah, we'll probably run out of milk here in the dairy pretty quick again, but might as well get it producing the little bit that we can. Yeah, whole 99 liters again, but that'll get us a little bit more mozza. Okay. We'll get that production going again. And we can just leave that tanker there again. So how's this guy doing? It looks like he's pretty much on his last pass there. So just kind of want to look at these lots around here. I see there's canola in this one. That's $117,000. I definitely want to buy this field as well. When is canola harvesting? Okay, so that's ready to harvest in July. So that might be a pretty good option there. We got a couple more months and then we could harvest that field of canola. Because eventually, like, I want to turn this whole lot into soybeans, I think. So it'd be kind of nice to get both of our barley fields into one place. We could buy this one, harvest it in a couple months, and that would give us a little bit of canola. And then we could kind of plow these fields in together and just have one big barley field over here. I would really like to buy this one as well, but that's like 250 grand. So I don't know if we sold all our wood again this month, maybe we could do that, but not quite sure. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards this one as our next field, but not quite sure yet. We got a little bit of time to make a decision anyway. It's probably going to be one of these two canola fields. Either that one I just showed you or this one to my right here. Those ones are like pretty good price per acre for how much actual like field area you get. Yeah, and then we will be able to get a little bit of income from those ones fairly soon as well. Okay, I'm just going to drop that weight off there, and then let's go check on our grass here because that worker should be pretty far along. I might be able to start tedding already. Oh, did he just finish? Yeah, he did just finish. Okay, let's hop over there and just get him out of the way. And, okay, let's try this tedder out. So, yeah, I guess we'll turn it on, lower it down, and I guess I didn't need to have it in windrows to be able to do this, but I guess that might make it a little bit easier. Don't have to drive quite so precisely. But yeah, I think I'll do about half of this field. We'll get that tedded up and then get that baled as hay, and then get the rest baled and wrapped for silage. Okay, we got that field all done there. So we ended up with a little bit more hay than silage, but that's okay because we're going to go through a little bit of hay this first month. I also noticed something interesting, that these hay bales are 6,500 liters and the silage bales are only 5,500 liters. So yeah, it's like 1,000 liter difference, even though they're both 150 centimeter bales. So that's kind of strange. But yeah, let's get some hay in there for those water buffalo. Because the sooner we can get their productivity up and start getting some more milk out of them, the better. Okay, so that gives us over 19,000 liters of hay there at 80% effectiveness. And yeah, before they were only on the meadow, which was only 40%. So I'm not quite sure how that works out. Like, I guess that means they're going to be double as productive or something, maybe. Not quite sure how that math works, but yeah, it's a good thing we got the hay in there because they are almost out of meadow. They're down to 3,500 liters. So man, they really go through that because there's not even that many of them in there yet. Kind of crazy. But now that we have hay in there, they should start eating that over the meadow, and that'll give that a chance to grow back a little bit. Because yeah, we'll probably be mostly feeding them with TMR. So it'd be nice to just have a little bit of meadow ready to go in here in case of food ever runs out. They won't be totally out of food because yeah, I think as soon as their food runs out, their health will drop right to 0, and then it takes a little while to kind of build back up again and get them back up to full productivity. But yeah, if we always have some like extra hay or meadow kicking around, then yeah, at least if they run out of TMR, their health won't completely plummet. But yeah, we'll just have to wait for the silage to ferment, and then next month we can start making TMR and get them up to 100% productivity. So I think I might actually get a few more water buffalo here. I don't want to go too crazy, but yeah, I think we'll boost it up a bit. We still have quite a bit of room in the barn here. So we'll probably just buy more adults. And yeah, I think I'm going to add another 20. There we go. So we're up to 40 adults and 40 of these young ones. Because yeah, these ones still have a little ways to go until they start making milk. But oh, these calves over here, our beef cattle, got to another growth stage, so they don't quite look like babies anymore. Don't look like they can barely walk. They're actually kind of jumping around now. They are out of food, but they still have a decent amount of meadow left. We might still start giving them a little bit of hay as well eventually, but yeah, not really that worried about that until they kind of get closer to adulthood. Because yeah, their health is only at 24%, so we want to get that as close to 100% as possible before we sell them for max value. But yeah, that's not going to be for a little while yet. So we're pretty much done everything we need to do for this month, I think. But we do need to get some more wood into our sawmill. That's kind of the last thing we need to do for the month, I think. So I'm going to accept this deadwood contract. That one's a little bit easier of a spot to get than the last one we did there. Or the last one that was available up on the hills there. That one's kind of a pain, but this one we got now is relatively easy. Because yeah, we are getting pretty low on wood down there already. Okay, so our dairy has gone through all that milk again already. But that's okay. We are starting to get quite a few materials, or quite a few products out here again. So I might do another sale as well this month. Because yeah, that's a decent amount of money there that can go towards buying new land probably. But yeah, I think I'm going to try with the bobcat and the flatbed for this deadwood contract again. And I might just try to like load up entire trees. Because I normally kind of cut them in half and then I can bring the bobcat back with us. But yeah, for this one, I might just try to throw a whole tree on at a time. See if we can get them all stacked up there. And then I can just make an extra trip back down to the woodlot there to pick up the skid steer afterwards. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I think that's probably going to be faster in the end if it works well, because yeah, the skid steer has no trouble with the weight of picking up full trees. They can just be kind of a pain to maneuver a little bit. If they're kind of, man, that dairy is crazy noisy. That is insane. Can't even stand next to that thing. I can barely hear myself talk. But yeah, it can be a bit of a pain just maneuvering the trees if there's a lot of other trees around. So depending on what this one looks like when I get down there, I might also grab the Vultra and the winch. And then I was kind of thinking like if I chop them all down and then just kind of drag all of the deadwood trees out to kind of one spot and then pull the trailer up next to it and then just kind of toss them all on there with the skid steer, that might work pretty well. So yeah, I think I'm going to try that. Okay, we made it down to the deadwood contract here. I decided to bring the tractor anyway, just because yeah, I think we are going to just try to winch them out of the woods here. That'll hopefully make it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to run around and cut all these trees down here and trim off the branches. And then yeah, we'll jump in the tractor, kind of drag them all into one area and then use the skid steer to load them up. Hopefully that'll go a little bit faster.
Set these hills on fire. 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 Set these hills on fire.
Okay, that went pretty well. Got all 7 of these trees loaded up. We got a pretty long trailer now. So we're going to have to be careful maneuvering here. But yeah, overall, I think that was way faster than the way I was doing it before. I had actually kind of thought about that method before at one point, but I didn't know that you could do multiple trees at once with that winch. So that was kind of the decision maker for wanting to try that, because yeah, I figured if I had to go along to each tree individually with the winch and pull them back, I figured it might not be all that much faster than just driving the truck over to them. But yeah, the way you can strap in 3 logs at once with that winch and drag them over there, that made that quite a bit easier. And I think I got that done pretty quick. It is still a little bit of a pain kind of trying to maneuver the trees with the skid steer when they're that long, but I think next time I would just pull them a little bit further away from the trees there, because I didn't quite get them far enough away to make it so that I didn't have to deal with the trees at all. So yeah, I think that'd be the one thing I would change next time, or actually probably two things I would change, is I would pull them a little bit further away, and then I would pull them in kind of different directions as well. Try and get half facing one way and half facing the other way, because I think that would just make stacking them a little bit easier if you kind of have opposite tapers going. So pop those in there. So we're up to 16,000. So yeah, we're still a little bit low, but that should get us till tomorrow morning anyway. But on that note, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here. We got a decent amount done today. Got our grass production going for our TMR here. Got some hay for the buffalo. And next month we will actually get some TMR once that silage finishes fermenting. And we'll continue clearing out our wood lot over on the other side of the grain mill there. And then we'll probably go sell all of our wood products again and use that money to buy a new piece of land. I still haven't quite decided which one I want to do, but yeah, it's probably going to be one of those canola fields. And then we're only 2 months away from being able to sell our soybeans as well. They're almost getting up to peak price here. So yeah, we have 20,000 or 29,000 liters of soybeans. So yeah, peak price, that should be over 100 grand. So between those wood sales and those soybeans, yeah, we should have a decent amount of money coming in over the next couple months. Although we will be getting significantly less silage income this year because we will be using a lot of that to feed to the buffalo. But yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting to see how it all works out because, I mean, the maximum that dairy can output is, I think, 980 liters of mozzarella per month. So at peak price, that works out to about $24,000 per month that we can get. And that's kind of the max we can get out of that dairy. So if you multiply that by 12 months, that's, I guess, a little under 300 grand. Whereas we were making over 400, like close to $450,000 per year just selling silage. So yeah, if we have to use all of our silage to convert into TMR, like we'll actually be making less money overall at the end of the day, which is kind of interesting, but I'm assuming we won't need it all, hopefully. So well, yeah, we'll kind of have to keep track of it on the next couple harvests and see how much we're actually using to feed these guys. Because if we have to devote all of our silage to feeding the water buffalo, we're actually going to kind of come out behind. Although we'll see, once this thing gets fully up and running, we might end up having more milk than we can actually process with the dairy. So we might have some extra milk to sell or something. Or we might not need all of our silage and we'll still have extra silage to sell at the end of the year or something like that. So yeah, hopefully the buffalo don't actually end up losing money overall. But yeah, we'll kind of play that by ear as we go. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, things are looking pretty good. And yeah, definitely want to start expanding into more cropland and stuff as well, since we have our productions pretty much set up the way I want them for now, for the most part anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to end this one here, but we will be back pretty soon because there is a lot more to do still. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks a ton for watching, and I will see you in the next one.